Hello there, travel lovers, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. In this video, I wanted to interview my lovely host Bijaya.
Namaste.
I've been staying with him in Kathmandu, Nepal for the past 3 weeks. He is a true Nepalese man. He's also a founder of a Third Eye Foundation organization, and he is also a father to 2 beautiful girls. So in this video, I'm gonna ask him some random questions about his personal life, about Nepal, and about the future of tourism in this beautiful country. So let's go. Okay, so if I'm looking down at my phone, please ignore that. I've just got some questions written out that I really wanted to ask him. So the first question would be, Bijaya, why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself and your organization?
I was born in a mountain village in Annapurna,
Yeah,
and my childhood was spent in rural setting
rural settings.
with less privileges. But we used to help parents in the farm and also managed to go to school
Wow.
and to pursue the highest education. We did not dare to try any works, and as our area was on the tourism trail,
That's right.
from the childhood we had concept of travelers, how they would be like.
So would you always see the foreigners passing by?
Yeah,
Yes.
it was on the gateway to Great Annapurna Circuit Trail.
Uh-huh.
So when we were kids, the passerbys would give us candy or some pencils.
Yeah.
So that brought curiosity in us,
Yes.
and that shaped our working with tourism when graduated from the university.
Oh, okay. So did you actually go to the university?
Yeah, I finished my MPhil.
Okay.
This is a little PhD course before actual PhD.
Okay, lovely. And when did you start your Third Eye Foundation?
In 2002, when I moved to Kathmandu for my high school,
Yeah.
then needed to do something to financially help my study,
Okay.
because our parents did not have money to support us.
I see.
So we worked in the trekking industry as a trekking porter, trekking guide,
Okay.
and during those years, we were immersed in the various geographies of Nepal, see the life of people from close. Then came the idea that we could do something, and that putting that vision in the mind, I made a team of people and asked them I have a vision and let's do something that we can make world a more happier place to live.
Yeah.
Because with tourism, people just come, stay for a few days and go away. That does not create impact with the society. So our idea was to connect international travelers
Yeah.
who want special vacation in Nepal,
Special vacation.
connecting
yeah.
with the local people,
Yeah.
that they can interact together and form a different culture and bring change in the life of people.
Wow. Okay.
And our programs ranges from volunteering to internships, to farm stays, to assistant teaching.
Assistant teaching. Yeah.
And as volunteer tourism has been part of tourism in Nepal,
That's right.
so there are many foundations which are more focused in the city, just bringing travelers, but we encourage our volunteers to go more in the remote places as far as possible.
Okay.
So we need to make a light where there is more darkness.
Okay. I see.
So they can get the true sentiment of what volunteering is.
That's right. Yes.
Then we set up a foundation registering all our process with the government. Then step by step, little by little, we are trying to do what our mission was.
Yeah.
But because of earthquake and other many problems in the country, we are still towards the great goal.
Oh, okay. But from what I know, from what you told me, you've had so many different volunteers from all around the world, yes?
Yes.
You've met so many incredible people, you've shared so many stories, and you actually helped them to know the real Nepal, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when people come on a travel or vacation,
Yeah.
So they are driven by pleasure principle, just to enjoy the country.
Yeah.
But when people come with the motive of volunteering,
Yeah.
so they have like sense of how I can contribute to the locals and know more about the culture.
That's right.
So volunteering is in a way self-exploration,
That's right.
like the ability one has and what one can give to the society.
Mm-hmm.
And some people, after completing the volunteering,
Mm-hmm.
they sometimes feel that they have found what their life meaning is,
Okay.
and it has saved many people's lives.
Yes.
And also it has made huge impact to the local community we work with.
That's right. Yeah.
So many host families are directly benefited, like
From the volunteers.
from the volunteers.
Yes. Mhm.
Hosting them, they get money.
Yes.
And the organizations like children homes,
Yes.
libraries, schools, social communities they work with,
Okay.
they are benefited.
Yes. So you mentioned that you grew up in a village called Kudi. What was it like? Do you remember your childhood? Tell us a little bit more about the activities that you used to do in the village.
Yeah, like I would like to divide the world.
Yes.
The world before 2000 and world after 2000.
Wow. Okay. There was a massive
So,
difference.
Yeah, we were the last generation of people
Yeah.
who were grown up without cell phones, playing with the nature.
Yes.
Yeah, swimming in the real river
Yeah.
and eating real food.
Uh huh.
Now, like the world has been very different.
Mm-hmm.
All over, people have like modern gadgets, like packaged food.
Yeah.
The children have lost natural games.
Mm-hmm.
So recalling the childhood, it was like very golden days.
Yes, I couldn't agree anymore with you because I experienced the same thing. I didn't grow up with the technology. We would always play outside, climb on the trees, come up with all sorts of games in the nature. So I think we were both very lucky in that sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Kudi is a small town, a gateway to Annapurna trekking,
Okay.
and it's 800 meters from the sea level,
Okay.
in the bank of a famous river called Marsangdi,
Marsangdi.
with view of Himalayas.
Wow.
So at those days,
Yeah.
like did not knew much the price of Himalayas,
Okay.
because a child just looks, wonders and forgets.
That's right.
But now connecting with the travel industry and knowing the importance, spiritual aspects of the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were very lucky in a way to be able to grow up in such an amazing village, have people support, all the villagers would get together as well. It would be like a very big community living together, yes?
Yeah, like our village had 20 homes.
20 homes. Yeah.
And in the city, the houses have vertical structure.
Uh-huh.
Like people live in the same house,
Yeah.
but they might not know each other.
Wow.
But in a village at our time, if
Yeah.
some new people comes from outside,
Yeah.
everybody knows whose house has a new people.
That's
Everyone go
right.
to talk to them,
That's
play with
right.
them. Like people really had a heart.
Yes.
Like if some families run out food or something,
You would help one
yeah,
another.
people go and take from them and give to them.
Yeah,
But
and that's
it-
how it should be.
Yeah. But
But-
in the city, like if people have, they party, enjoy.
Ah,
But people living in the next room,
okay.
if he's running out of money, like he dies off.
Oh no, okay, so
The village has a real heart.
yes, the real community, yes, which Kathmandu is lacking probably, yes?
All the major urban cities. Yeah.
Okay, next question. You told me that there are 4 different caste groups in Nepal. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Like there is one Hindu scripture called Manu Smriti.
Mm-hmm.
So that book describes about emerging of different castes from the Brahmic body.
Okay.
So from the mouth of the Brahma came the Brahmins.
Mm-hmm.
From the soldiers
Mm-hmm.
came the Kshatriyas.
Uh-huh.
From the belly
Uh-huh.
came the Vaishyas.
Okay.
And from the feet came the Sutras.
There we go.
And many people like blame why India and Nepal are underdeveloped.
Okay.
Maybe because of that caste ideology.
Okay.
Many people are trying to change it.
Okay.
But many people think that at past, to refine like what people were doing,
Yes.
they needed to continue the profession,
Yes.
and based on that, it took the system of a caste system.
Okay.
Now, like if you are born with certain caste,
Yeah.
you have certain privileges.
Okay.
The so-called low caste people,
Low cost people.
it is hard for them to come up.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is vicious circle of poverty.
Okay.
So if you are poor, you can't go to school.
You stay poor.
Yeah, if you don't go to school, you don't get job.
Okay.
Like in the past, the Brahmins, they were supposed to engage in knowledge things,
Okay.
like be a teacher, priest, guide the society with high ideas,
Mhm.
philosophies, doctrines.
Yeah.
The Kshatriyas, the warriors, to protect the country, fight for the country.
That's right.
And the Vaishyas, they do all the trade works, manage food supply and all the chains, make money for the country.
Okay.
And the Sudras do all the service related works.
Service related work. Okay, so which caste group do you belong to?
So I come from Brahmin family,
Mhm.
the Brahmin caste.
Mm-hmm.
But since my childhood, I had like a brotherhood relationship with all caste people.
Okay.
I used to go to low caste people's house, eat with them.
Oh wow.
Like if our grandmothers knew that,
Yeah.
they would not let us go inside the house.
Wow, so it's frowned upon, yes?
Yeah.
You shouldn't be doing that.
And
Wow.
from 1996 to 2006, we had a communist revolution in Nepal.
Communist revolution.
Yeah,
wow.
many people like criticized them,
Mm.
bringing country to the poverty. But in a sociological level, it helped to wipe away the superstitious beliefs. In a way, now people are very friendly to each other's
Oh,
caste.
good.
But still many people, they
Yeah.
don't dare to intercaste marriage.
No.
If they marry outside of their caste,
Yeah.
they are outcasted from the society, and you go to the lower caste.
Okay. So you should always marry the person from the same caste that you come from, yes?
That is expected.
That is
like if I
expected.
marry someone from lower caste,
Yeah.
like the society I belong to, they
Yeah.
will not accept me, and they put me to the lower,
I see.
one step lower.
Lower caste. Okay, very interesting. So now that we're talking about marriages and caste, I wanted to ask you something a little bit private, I guess.
Mhm.
I know that most of the marriages in Nepal are arranged,
Mhm.
and you are a married man. And was your marriage arranged too? Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And when was the first time you saw your wife?
Yes, like when the kids are in the marriageable age,
Mm-hmm.
then the parents go on telling the near relatives,
Yeah.
Is there someone good for my boy or good for my daughter?
Okay.
And people come bring with many proposals.
Okay.
So these days the kids grown up in the city.
Yeah.
So some of them have boyfriends, girlfriends, and
Mhm.
they request their parents, why don't you like help me get married with the girl
To this
I choose?
person, yes.
If
Mhm.
it is intercaste, then there will be some troubles,
Mhm.
and the family will have big meetings.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Like in my case,
Yeah.
I wanted to postpone the wedding as far as possible, but my mother, she really wanted to see me getting married.
Okay. So she
And
kind of persuaded you, yes?
At age of 29, like there were many proposals. I went to see many girls.
Really? You've
Maybe
seen
five,
many different
six,
girls?
yeah.
Wow.
Like some of them were not fit for me, or some of them they did not like me,
Oh, okay.
because I had more spiritual orientation.
Okay.
And when you talk about arranged marriage,
Yeah.
it comes into family status, like
Family
the property you
status.
have,
Mhm.
the qualification you have.
Mm-hmm.
Like with one girl, they interviewed me and they asked me, do you have a house in Kathmandu?
Mm-hmm.
And I told them, it's not important. You had to ask me, do you have ability to make house in Kathmandu in the future?
Wow.
Because if the boy is not good, he can sell the property and bring your girl to the road.
That's right.
So then one of our relative,
Yeah.
he brought this proposal,
Okay.
and we went to see the girl in her room.
Okay, in her room.
She
yeah.
used to study staying in Kathmandu.
Kathmandu, yes.
Then we had like 3 to 5 minutes talk.
Only 3 to 5 minutes chat.
I asked her about 5-6 questions,
Uh-huh.
and she did not answer any.
Really? Was she very shy?
And I thought she is the good one to get married.
Because she didn't talk much?
Then after we had talked in the family level,
Mm-hmm.
and looking at all the backgrounds and everything,
Mhm.
then we thought it's okay, we are matched to each other.
Okay.
Many families after that, they go to the priest to look at the horoscope,
Oh.
if it matches.
To see if you're compatible.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Then we fixed up the date
Mhm.
of the wedding,
Mhm.
and we went for the wedding ceremony.
Okay.
And actually we knew each other after we got married.
Right. So you got to know each other only after the marriage, yes? You didn't know each other prior to your wedding day.
No.
No.
So it was more like a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing someone after you got married, how her heart is, like how
Yes.
peaceful she is, how
Okay.
bossy she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that is so different to what we're seeing in the Western society. Do you think that arranged marriages will continue on for many more years? Or do you think there will be more love marriages in the future?
From arranged marriages, people are more towards love marriage.
More towards love marriages.
But in the urban big cities,
Mm-hmm.
like the institution called marriage,
Mm-hmm.
it has become dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional.
Many people are preferring like stay together and postpone the marriage as far as possible.
Okay.
Because when you are married to someone,
Yeah.
then after like the excitement of life,
Yeah.
it slowly dies and all relations becomes mechanical.
Okay.
So if love germinates and unites,
Mm-hmm.
so all days will be blissful days.
Mm-hmm.
But if love does not come up, and if the relationship is only mechanical, and it's hard to spend day and day and day.
Okay.
And as Nepal is a country where we have very small divorce rate,
I was
less
going to
than
ask you
1%.
that. Less than 1% divorce rate in Nepal. Wow.
So
That's
people
small.
fight each other, they might not like each other, but still they live together,
Mm-hmm.
because still we have patriarchal system.
Mm-hmm.
All the belongings of the family is supposed to be of the man,
Mm-hmm.
and man is regarded as a breadwinner, look after the family,
Yeah.
children. Now if they get divorced, like certain amount of money should be given to the wife, but still a man, like he can get married within small span of time,
Okay.
but a divorced woman, she is regarded as outcasted.
Wow.
Difficult for her to like manage the remaining life.
Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I guess if you do divorce and if you're a woman, you basically got no life. It's very difficult.
If it's a man's fault,
Yes.
still the society points out
Will
it is
point the
it is
female.
the woman's fault.
Woman's fault.
She
yeah.
could not live together with him, and the
Okay.
family broke down.
Wow. Oh, okay, crazy.
Yeah, here the broken up family is taken as a broken mirror.
Yes, yes. Okay, well, thank you for sharing that with us. Okay, next question. What Nepal is famous for? Does religion play a big part in Nepal?
Nepal is like medium-sized country,
Yes.
49th country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So in terms of economic parameters,
Mm-hmm.
it is regarded as a poor country,
As a poor country.
but it has been promoted from underdeveloped to the developing country.
Mm-hmm.
But there are certain attractions in Nepal.
Yeah.
If the resources are properly utilized, then it can be one of the richest country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the Himalayas.
Mm-hmm. The Himalayas. Would you
Yeah,
say
the-
that's the main attraction?
Yeah, Nepal have 8 mountains.
Yeah.
that are higher than like 8,000 meter,
Okay.
and the highest roof of the world, like Mount Everest, is here.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second thing is like we have big diversity,
Big diversity.
flora and fauna.
Mm.
Then if you look at the landscape of Nepal,
Mm-hmm.
if you dissect our land from south to north,
Mhm.
it is roughly 185 kilometer.
Wow. Okay.
But within that, we have lowest land at 70 meter and highest at 8,848 meter.
Wow, huge difference.
Yeah,
Yes.
within 5 kilometers, all difference in like vegetations, landscapes, flora, fauna.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Interesting. Thank you. Okay, so as you mentioned before, Nepal's status changed from underdeveloping country into developing. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of factors contribute towards that? And who decides that this is now a developing country?
Nepal is part of like United Nations,
Mm-hmm.
and they set out different goals.
Okay.
And there will be parameters to evaluate the countries.
Okay.
In the past, like our economy,
Yeah.
it was agro-based,
Mm-hmm. Agro-based.
but after the changing scenario of the world,
Yes.
especially after 1990s,
Yeah.
many Nepalese started to go out foreign countries for a job,
Yeah.
and now mostly the remittance
Yeah.
that runs the country,
Okay.
and it has changed like whole scenario of the country.
Mhm.
People are more migrated to the cities,
Mm.
making big houses.
Okay.
The gap of the village and city has been different.
Very different. Would you say it's very big, the difference between
Yeah.
villages and the people in the city? Yeah.
And technologies has been imported here. Like all
Mm.
people have like 4Gs,
Mm.
internets, televisions.
Mm-hmm.
Basic life standards are upgraded.
Okay.
Life expectancy from 53, it has been over 70 years.
Wow, over 70 now.
Like in our time, less than 50% kids used to go to school. Now it has been 80% of the kids that are in
80%.
boundary of school.
Wow, that's a
Still
lot.
we have huge drop rate.
Okay, okay, so it's looking good for Nepal. It's moving forward. Yes? Good. As we know, Nepal is situated between India and China. What's the relationship that you have with India, and why most of the products are imported from India? Why Nepal isn't able to sustain themselves by having their own products from Nepal?
Like if we look at the history,
Mm-hmm.
once Nepal was like very rich country.
Mm-hmm.
Nepal used to like send donations to other countries.
Wow.
Nepal was a transit between Tibet and other worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Like people did many import export things.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the history we have a dark age when Europeans were like making ships going out for colony.
Mm-hmm.
So here we had like a tyranny system. The schools were closed. Our economy was like hampered.
Mm-hmm.
Then now in the modern world, it has been very difficult for Nepal to compete.
To compete. Okay.
Then other thing is like we have bad like political system.
Mhm.
I mean the system is good. People are fighting very hard to improve the country.
Mm-hmm.
Every decade we have big revolutions,
Mm-hmm.
but still the bad governance. About 50 years back, we had many industries established by the support of many countries. But now, if we look at the conditions, most of them are closed up or have like union problems or things.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at the geopolitical situation of Nepal,
Mhm.
it is in very sensitive state, as we are sandwiched between like India and China.
Okay.
All the countries have interest over Nepal,
Right.
and as we have like open border with India,
Yeah.
sometimes like in terms of people to people, we have very good relation. People cross border marriage, But in terms of politics, they always act as a big brother, dominating and not respecting our like political like movements, our democratic like choices, and they want to have some influence.
Okay.
Like China, they are like going to be a superpower and working on that. They want no any anti-China movements happening in Nepal, and they always keep eye over Nepal if some influence is happening.
Okay. So you're always overshadowed by India.
Yeah. So the small country very far away, but we have global interest. Like America have interest over Nepal, UK have interest over Nepal. Like India, we are open border and they have interest over Nepal. China has interest over Nepal. And when we have like big things to happen, sometimes like our political parties, they divide into manipulated by.
So is it true that most of the products are imported from India to Nepal?
Yeah, now as our industries are very down,
Yeah.
then we import most of the things, and now most trouble for our economy is trade loss. We export very little, but we buy everything from outside.
Okay.
And there are certain countries that restricts like foreign import, but here like luxury goods and everything are important, like chocolates or some gadgets that are luxuries that are not needed for a people of Nepal, like in this situation.
Okay, let's talk a little bit more about Nepalese people. What are they like? What do they like to do? And do Nepalese people like to travel?
Nepali people, when people come to Nepal and stay some time and go out, and they say, oh, we did not go Nepal only for the mountains, only for jungle safari, only for rafting. We went Nepal to see the people, and they say we found most hospitable, most friendly people.
Couldn't agree anymore with you, yes.
So Nepali peoples are simply regarded simple people, brave people. Nepali people like helping in the First World War, Second World War, and still like we have big population in British Army, Indian Army, and now because of like modern world system, we have like more than 2 million people working in foreign countries, Qatar, Dubai, Malaysia. They are making the world, just sending small money here.
Okay, okay. And do Nepalese people like to travel?
Yeah, Nepali people, since the last few years, they are more conscious of traveling.
Okay.
And some of the people, they love to go to like famous touristic destinations like Goa in India, or Thailand, Singapore, Bali. And from the past, as Nepal was a Hindu country and we have big Hindu population, they used to go on Tirtha Yatra, the spiritual tours. And because of social media and everything, now our youths are more conscious traveling their country and knowing it better. So if you go to trekking trails now, 50% of the travelers are like
Nepalese people?
Yeah, Nepali travelers.
Wow, okay.
And this is very good for the country.
Yeah.
Once you know the country, then you can think for the country. And the best way to know a country is by traveling.
By traveling, yes.
By reading, you just know the country in the head. But if you travel to the country, you know people by heart. You like the mountains in your heart.
Okay, lovely. Thank you for that. Yeah. What are the prospects of tourism in Nepal? What do you think is gonna happen? Are there gonna be more people traveling to Nepal or less? What do you think?
And you know, like in 2019,
Yeah.
when COVID came up,
Yeah.
like tourism is almost halted. But if we look at the big cities,
Mm-hmm.
people are busy making 5-star hotels, chain hotels.
Wow.
So people believe that unless we have the Himalayas,
Mm-hmm.
the ice water running down from the Himalayas, the jungle,
Mhm.
the diversity, the ethnic culture of the people.
Mm-hmm.
So many foreigners will come to Nepal,
Will come to Nepal, yes.
and tourism can really change Nepal.
Okay.
So last few years, people big investment has come in the tourism sector,
Oh, good.
and now like it's in very trouble now. Thousands of guides, porters, hospitality industry workers who are
Mhm.
dependent on like travel industry.
Mm-hmm.
They are badly affected. They are
Mm.
losing their jobs
Mm.
in mental
Yeah.
and like monetary crisis.
Okay.
But we hope one day we will rise up again,
Of
and
course you
tourism will come to back on the track,
Yeah.
and people will have normal life.
Yeah.
And as the data shows, if one tourist come to Nepal
Yeah.
or in any destination,
Yeah.
like the travel agents or like agencies, the hotels, they are directly benefited.
Mm-hmm.
But there is big chain on the backside of
Mm.
farmer farming and growing,
Everyone's
milkman
connected.
milking.
Yeah.
Everyone is interconnected to the
Correct.
tourism industry. More
Yeah.
than 50% will be benefited with a single traveler.
Wow. Okay. Here we are, guys. So make sure you put your next destination as Nepal. Don't miss out.
And we say naturally Nepal once is not enough.
Once is not enough. Yes.
So first time when people come in Nepal, they fall in love with Nepal.
Yes.
The culture, the nature.
Yes. The people.
The people.
Yes. Absolutely. And then they come back again and again and
Or
again.
they send their friends.
They send their friends, their family. Yes, because it's a country that everyone should visit at least once in their lifetime. That's
Like
for sure.
in the world, like more than 200 countries.
Yeah.
All countries are beautiful. All have like specialities.
Mm-hmm.
People should travel as many countries as possible,
Mm-hmm.
because that is the living asset.
Mm-hmm.
Because our life compared to the lifespan of the earth,
That's right.
it's
yeah.
very small.
Yeah.
And in this life it's nice to manage some time,
Yes.
go out, see the different culture,
Yes.
people, language.
Yes.
Me myself, I can compare my life before my travel and after my travel.
Mm-hmm.
Travel really widens the mind.
Mm. You have traveled to quite a few countries. Is that true?
Yeah, I have been to Europe,
Yeah.
UK,
Yeah.
Australia,
Yeah.
Bali, Malaysia,
Wow.
Sri Lanka,
Yeah.
India, and there were many countries on the list, but unfortunately because of COVID,
Yes.
life has been stranded.
Okay.
Let's hope like we can flap our wings and fly away and see the bigger world and come back with nice experience.
Absolutely, yes. And that's exactly what I wish for you. For the normality to come back into your life, so you can also have more volunteers coming to your house. You can also travel and see more places and continue widen your knowledge. Yes.
And in like such time of crisis like COVID, many people are hesitant to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And I salute your courage, like to coming up to Nepal in
Yeah.
this special time
Yeah.
and understanding the country better
Mm-hmm.
as a local.
Mm-hmm.
Because since your day of arrival,
Yeah.
you have been integral part of the society,
Yeah.
being close with every strata of people.
Participating in all sorts of local events. Yes.
And this is the beauty of coming to a destination
Yeah.
where there are less people,
Mm-hmm.
and like it really gives you like opportunity to have
The true experience.
true experience.
Yes. Yeah, it's very different to how people stay in a hotel and do just the touristy bits, and how people stay with a local family and immerse themselves into a real culture. And that's exactly what I've been experiencing whilst in Nepal, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I would highly recommend taking up a volunteering program and staying with a host so they can show you around, they can show you what a true Nepalese culture is like.
Like every country I have traveled,
Yeah.
at least I have stayed with host families.
With the host family, yeah.
Because it's like learning the family values,
Yes.
seeing the life,
Yes.
everything from a close angle.
Yes.
So if you just book a hotel and stay, now so-called international standard,
Mm-hmm.
you have same windows, same bed, same settings.
Yeah, everything's the same, yes. But if you stay with the local family, you see the true life, you see the realness of the country. Yeah. So we're coming to an end of our interview, but before we finish, is there anything else that you wanted to add? Is there anything else that you wanted to let our viewers know about yourself or Nepal? Or do you have any questions for me?
I would like to say thanks for subscribing and watching Justina's videos. Once I knew her, then I went to her YouTube and she virtually took me to many countries, and already Lithuania has been on my list.
Yay!
And this is the beauty of like meeting good people like Justina.
Oh, thank you, Bijaya.
Meeting as a stranger and being a lifelong friend.
Yeah,
And hope our ways will crisscross.
I really hope so. And I said to Bijaya, if he decides to travel Lithuania, I will make sure to be there for you so I can host you and I can show you the best of Lithuania. Okay?
And in Nepal, like there are more than 4,000 agencies offering travel services.
Mm-hmm.
So after looking this video, if you are impressed, if you would like some spiritual learnings, like tours with spiritual insights,
Mm-hmm.
then you can contact me.
Yes, I will put all of his details in the description below. You will know his website, you will know his name, everything. So you can easily contact Bijaya and have the best time in your life in Nepal.
Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thanks for you. Yeah, thanks for agreeing to sit down and have a little chat with me. But for now, guys, we're going to end this video here. So thank you so much for watching it. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you like it, share it with your friends. And as always, cheers to freedom. Woo!
And may all beings feel happiness, bliss.
Yes.
We send you all the good energy.
All the good energy.
Bye.
Bye.